Okay, we are now live and on the record for Tuesday, May 17th afternoon criminal docket. All right, Ms. Garcia Perez, what do you have?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have State versus Dwayne Ruiz. He has multiple case numbers, Judge.
Okay, CR 21-14000-I, CR 21-14001-I, and CR 22-00968-I. Deputy, is Dwayne Ruiz there?
Yes, he's present, Judge.
Okay, and that's Dwayne, D-U-A-N-E. All right, what's the announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, he has pending felonies and they are set for June 1st. So we're just asking for a reset so that we can take care of them all together.
Okay. June the 7th, does that work?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, June 7th at 1:30.
Thank you very much. That's all I have before this honorable court may be excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Manji, what do you have, sir?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 3 on the court's criminal docket at CR 20-10612-I, Cassandra Gomez.
Okay, that's Cassandra, K-A-S-S-A-N-D-R-A. Deputy, can you please bring up Cassandra Gomez? And what is the announcement, Counselor?
Yes, Judge, I just did get a recommendation from the district attorney's office. If I can get about 2 weeks, I'm going to be out of town starting tomorrow for about a week, and then I can get to it, Your Honor.
Okay.
And just so Ms. Gomez knows, phone call scheduled with her for tomorrow morning at 9:30. So I will be talking to her tomorrow.
Okay, June 7th?
That would work, Your Honor.
June 7th at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Okay, hold on. Before you, is Ms. Gomez being held on anything else?
Yes, Your Honor, she's being held on a possession of controlled substance that she picked up on May 15th, 2022. So it still has to make its way through intake.
Does she have a bond set on that?
She does, Your Honor. I just looked it up. It's a $5,000 cash surety by the Edinburgh Police Department.
Okay.
And I don't
Are
think we can
you-
do anything about that today, right? If it's not in the court. Yeah.
No, but you can file something, I think, prior to.
Your Honor, the state can agree to a $2,000 PR bond at this time, with the condition of the mobile alcohol monitoring device, Your Honor.
Are you saying for the DWI?
No, Your Honor, for the possession of controlled substance, the DWI is currently at a 1,000 cash surety bond.
Okay. All right, so then, okay, so the state is willing to enter into an agreement regarding the possession of controlled substance to reduce the cash surety amount from 5,000 down to a $2,000 PR bond. And I will grant that. I'll also going to give her a PR bond on the CR 21-0612-I in the amount of $1,000. And she is going to have an alcohol monitoring device that she has to get within 48 hours of release. Ms. Gomez, I'll go ahead and sign that as soon as I get it. Hopefully it's today. But I do need a phone number for you, ma'am.
Area code 956-371-0952.
Okay, do you have a place to live?
Yes,
Okay, do you work?
yes.
Okay, hopefully you'll be released today at the latest tomorrow. And but you will need an alcohol monitoring device. As soon as you're out tomorrow, you do need to notify your attorney. And Mr. Mangi, if you can go ahead and let Ms. Soto know so that she can make contact with her about where to get that alcohol monitoring device.
Yes, Your Honor. And can I give her my office number?
I don't know that she has anything to write with.
Yes, I do.
I can go ahead and write it down, Judge.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
It's going to be 956-800-4303. And if she can just call me when she gets out.
Can you repeat that number again, please?
Yes, 956-800-4303.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Ms. Gomez, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. Ms. Gomez, I hope you realize what a big, big break this is for you today. So your behavior while you're out on bond is going to set the tone for how you are the rest of the time that you're out on bond, okay? So the court is trusting you, and so is the state by allowing and agreeing to a PR bond. So you really need to be on your best behavior, and you also need to make sure that you do appear when you're supposed to. We'll go ahead and leave that June 7th at 1:30, and then just meet with her as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, anything else, sir?
No, Judge, maybe I'll be excused.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Likewise. Ms. Guerra, what do you have?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have Carlos Torres, and I had it on your docket. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. It's number 17 on your docket, Judge.
Okay, CR 21-13503-I, Carlos Torres, deputy, can you please have him come up?
Yes, Judge, he's a Spanish speaker.
Okay, and what is the announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, I just need to meet with him to give him the paperwork and go over a time-served plea offer. I believe is what the state has offered on this case. But the other question I had was that there had also been an appointment by me to represent him on a possession of controlled substance, which I'm not seeing any of the case not go through, whether it's felony or misdemeanor. So I don't know if the state was going to dismiss that.
Okay, Mr. Lozano, do you see anything for Mr. Torres?
Yes, Your Honor, the felony was no bill. It's out of the same transaction as the driving while intoxicated case.
Very well, Your Honor. I just need a week or two to get this paperwork done.
Okay, I have it would be the 24th? Or
That'd be good.
Okay, the 24th, May 24th at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Have a good day.
Okay, you too, ma'am. All right, Mr. Osuna, what do you have?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was having difficulties. Your Honor, we have a number 2, Your Honor, State of Texas versus Javier Cuellar Jr. That's CR 22-04354I. We haven't come to an agreement with the state. I have asked the state for open plea paperwork, Your Honor. We're humbly asking for 1 week in order to execute that, Your Honor.
Okay, Deputy, do you have Javier Cuellar there?
Yes, ma'am, he's present.
Okay, would May 24th at 1:30 work?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, May 24th at 1:30. All right, then we'll see him then.
Yes, Your Honor. And we'll stand by for the plea docket, Your Honor.
Okay, and then Ms. Mount, what do you have?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 4 and 5 on your docket. My client's in jail. He has to be arraigned on a new case, and then we would need a little time to discuss the offer that we received yesterday. I haven't had a chance with him yet.
Okay, CR 21-02744-I, CR 22-04113-I, Dominic, DOMINIC Garcia. Deputy, do you have Mr. Garcia there?
Yes, Judge, he's present.
English speaking or Spanish?
He speaks English, Your Honor.
All right, raise your right hand, Mr. Garcia. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, lower your hand. Mr. Garcia, is your true and correct name Dominic Devon, DEVON Garcia? I need you to speak up, yes or no, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're being charged with assault causing bodily injury on a family member. That's a Class A misdemeanor. A Class A misdemeanor carries a range of punishment of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
And sir, Ms. Mount, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Then the court is making a finding that Mr. Garcia is competent and able to assist his attorney in his own defense and enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so are these the two cases that are keeping him in jail right now?
Your Honor, he was out on bond for the earlier case and he just picked up the second charge and that's why he's in county. It's a recent arrest. We do have an offer already, but we just received it yesterday, so I need to make an appointment to speak with my client and then we can hopefully get these resolved. They say he's pretrial diversion eligible. I don't know if he wants to do pretrial diversion. I know that doing that application is going to keep him in county even longer. He may not want to do that, but I'd like to discuss that option with him.
Okay, so then Mr. Garcia does not have the ability to come up with 10% of his outstanding cash surety bonds?
I don't believe he does, Your Honor. I need to talk to him about that yet again. And considering this was an assault on a family member, I'm not sure who would be able to come up with those funds or who would be willing to. If Your Honor would entertain a motion, an oral motion to reduce his bond, that might help his chances of being able to get out of
Okay,
custody.
all right, I don't know. Mr. Lozano, is there anything that the state is willing to agree to?
Your Honor, the state could agree to a $2,000 cash surety bond. The state will not agree to a PR bond at this time because he has picked up another assault within the year.
Okay, yes, I agree with that. So I'll, on the CR 2204-113-I, I'll reduce it to a $2,000 cash surety. And then we'll go ahead and how much time are you requesting?
A couple of weeks, Your Honor. I know,
Okay, June 7th at 1:30 or later?
probably before then, Your Honor, because I will be attending a State Bar Board of Directors meeting in Houston that week.
Okay.
I'm available on Monday, or I don't know what other days Your Honor does.
Okay, we do jail via Zooms on Tuesdays. So it would either be May 24th or June the 7th or the 14th.
I guess I leave on the 7th, and it's in the afternoon.
It's at 1:30, yes.
Let's just do it for next week, the 24th, and see if we can't get it done by then. If not, we'll have to revisit that date.
Okay, May 24th at 1:30.
And so his bond remains the same on the original charge, Your Honor?
Yes, but on the second, we'll reduce it on the second one.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And I will speak to my client, see if we can't get it resolved sooner.
Okay,
That's all the business I have before this honorable court, Your Honor. May I please be excused?
yes,
Thank you, Judge.
thank you. Okay, Mr. Alanis, what do you have?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 12, Pedro Elias Lucio. It's a status hearing for reimbursement to the victim.
Okay, CR 21-10760-I, Pedro Lucio. Mr. Lucio, are you present?
He was in custody, Your Honor. He pled guilty. He was going to go to TDC. He may have left already.
Okay.
This is-
Deputy, was Mr. Lucio already transferred?
He's not on my list, ma'am.
Okay. So does the state have anything with respect to the restitution?
No, Your Honor, not at this time. At this time, the state will move to dismiss this case.
Okay,
No objections, Your Honor. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay, Mr. Alanis, anything else?
That's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
Stay safe, Your Honor.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Conant, you have a plea, correct?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay,
Number 19 and 20 on the criminal docket.
okay. And then Mr. Osuna, you have number 16?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I think that's the only two. Ms. Richardson is just coming on right now. Let me see what she has. Ms. Richardson, good afternoon. Which case is yours?
Good afternoon, Judge. I have On my docket, I have Jorge Luis Salinas. We had discussed this case, I think, at the last setting. CR 21-07319.
Yes, and is Mr. Salinas present?
I'm not sure, Judge. I can't tell from the device that I'm on.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
ma'am,
he
I'm right
is.
here.
He's
I'm
right
right
there.
here.
Okay. Okay,
All
great.
right. CR
Excellent.
21-07319-I, Jorge Luis Salinas, he is present. And so we're here for a status, and also he had a request to remove his interlock device, correct?
Yes, yes, Your Honor. And I had briefed the court on what Mr. Salinas had indicated to me with regard to that issue. He certainly, I don't have a problem with him informing the court himself. With regard to the status of his vehicle, Judge, I believe it's under a repossession, and that is the only vehicle that he has access to.
Okay, so Mr. Salinas, right now, the vehicle that you have the interlock device on, it's already been repossessed or it's about to be repossessed?
About to be repossessed.
Okay, so because of the nature of the offense, which is a driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater or equal to 0.15, the law requires you to have an alcohol monitoring device. So I can switch you from the interlock to a mobile device, but you will have a device.
Okay, for how much do I have to have that device again?
Go ahead, Ms. Richardson.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to explain to Mr. Salinas that it's the type of offense that it is that requires some type of monitoring because of the level that's allegedly that's alleged. And so with regard to his charges, Judge, we are still in negotiations with those. So I'm assuming that that he has to have it during the pendency of that particular case.
Correct. So Mr. Salinas, you'll have this device throughout while your case is pending. And also, it just depends what you decide to do to dispose of this matter. So, I mean, I can sign the interlock device to switch it to the mobile alcohol monitoring device since your vehicle is about to be repossessed. Okay?
Okay.
So I need your phone number, sir.
The area is 956-472-2845.
Okay, and where are you currently living?
I'm over here up north. I'm in Georgia.
Okay. So as soon as Ms. Soto has an opportunity after docket, she'll contact you. And then she'll let you know what your options are for the national chains to obtain a mobile alcohol monitoring device, okay?
Okay.
And also, Ms. Soto, if you can assist the court for the switching out order, please.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Anything else? Ms. Richardson, how much time do you need then for your next status hearing?
If we could have 30 days, Your Honor, I would appreciate it.
Okay. And Mr. Salinas, you're permanently living where you're at right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I just came here to work up north over here.
Oh, okay, but you're gonna be there for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go ahead and have him come back on June 14th, and that'll be at 9:30.
Okay, Judge.
And that at this time will be via Zoom.
Okay, Judge. 6/14 at 9:30.
Yes. Anything
Okay.
else?
No, Judge, that's all we have.
Okay, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Deputy, if you could please bring up Victor Soto and Nicholas Estrada.
Ma'am, Nicholas Estrada is on my list.
Okay, is he, oh, okay. Nicholas Estrada, is he out? Oh, he's out on bond right now.
He's out, Your Honor, and he should be online.
Okay, Nicholas Estrada, can you hear me? Is that him?
You
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
yes.
Hold on.
Your Honor, he has a real problem working with his phone and Zoom.
Well, Ms. Conant, you requested a Zoom hearing for the plea, so I can't
Yes.
have him in person and
I
use Zoom.
understand, Your Honor. I understand, and we've been working with him. And that may be him in the pink shirt right there.
Is he Spanish speaking or English?
He's English, Your Honor.
Mr.
English.
Estrada, is that you?
Yes, ma'am. This is me. I'm right here.
Okay, I need you to stay close to that because I can hear the wind, okay?
Okay, yes, I'm outdoors, ma'am. I'm sorry
Okay,
about that, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Soto, is Mr. Soto English speaking or Spanish speaking?
Spanish.
He's in a Spanish speaker? Okay. Mr. Let me see. Mr. Estrada, please raise your right hand. Ms.
Yes.
Castaneda, will you please have Mr. Soto raise his right hand? Ms. Castaneda, can you please have Mr.
Soto, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Mr. Estrada, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Castaneda?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
You may both lower your hands.
¿Pueden bajar su mano?
In CR 22-04-002-I, State of Texas versus Victor Hugo Hugo Soto, is that your true and correct name, sir?
En el estado de Texas contra Víctor Hugo Soto, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
I'm sorry, what did he say?
Mr. Soto, Víctor Hugo Soto, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Sí.
Yes.
In CR 20-9-416-I, State of Texas versus Nicholas Estrada Jr., is that your true and correct name, sir?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Soto, you're before the court charged with terroristic threat, causing fear or imminent danger, and it's a Class B misdemeanor.
Señor Soto, está usted frente a la corte con una causa de amenaza terrorista. Es una ofensa menor clase B.
And Mr. Estrada, you're before the court charged with evading arrest, detention, a Class A misdemeanor. A Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. For a Class A misdemeanor, that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Mr. Estrada, do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, please translate.
Señor Soto, una ofensa menor clase B tiene una multa potencial de hasta 6 meses en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $2,000 por convicción. ¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por la ofensa que está acusado?
He needs to answer loud, yes or no. Please let him know that.
Necesita contestar en voz alta, Mr. Soto.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, do you understand? Do you both have the right to an attorney and a right to a trial by jury? You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you have an opportunity to review that document with your attorney before signing it, Mr. Estrada?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda?
Tiene usted el derecho de un abogado y el derecho para un juicio por jurado, pero puede renunciar a uno o a dos de sus derechos firmando un documento con esta corte. ¿Tuvo usted una oportunidad de revisar esos documentos con su abogado antes de firmar?
Sí.
Yes.
And did each of you understand when you signed the document, you were waiving your right to a trial by jury? Mr. Estrada?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda?
Mr. Soto, ¿y entiende usted que cuando firma ese documento que está renunciando a su derecho de un juicio por jurado?
Sí.
Yes.
Then the court will accept your waivers of trial by jury. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane, Mr. Estrada?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda?
Señor Soto, ¿alguna corte lo ha declarado alguna vez mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
Counselors, in speaking with your clients, do you find them to be mentally competent and able to assist you in their own defense? Ms. Conant?
Mr. Estrada is competent, Your Honor.
Mr. Soto is
Soto?
competent, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Soto is competent, Your Honor, and has been able to assist.
Okay. Then the court will make a finding that the defendants before the court are all mentally competent and able to assist their attorneys in their own defense. Do each of you understand that if the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you will need this court's permission if you decide to file an appeal? Mr. Estrada, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, translate, please.
Señor Soto, entiende que si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si usted decide presentar una apelación. ¿Entiende eso sí o no?
¿Cómo?
Si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si usted decide presentar una apelación.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Soto, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a U.S. citizen, born in San Juan, Texas.
Okay, that's for Mr. Estrada. Okay, Mr. Soto?
Mr. Soto, ¿es usted ciudadano americano?
No.
No.
All right, if you're not a U.S. citizen, then entering a plea or no contest will result in your deportation, exclusion, or admission from our country and denial of naturalization under U.S. federal law. Do you understand the consequences of your plea today?
Si usted no es ciudadano americano, entonces esta petición va a resultar en su deportación, expulsión de este país y negación de la naturalización. Sabiendo las consecuencias, ¿quiere usted proceder hoy?
¿Cómo dice?
Si usted no es ciudadano americano, esta petición va a resultar en su deportación, expulsión de este país y negación de la naturalización. ¿Entiende usted las consecuencias de su petición y sabiendo las consecuencias quiere proceder hoy?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, NCR 2204-002-I, the state of Texas versus Victor Hugo Soto to the offense of terroristic threat causing fear or imminent danger, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Mr. Soto, en el estado de Texas contra Víctor Hugo Soto por una causa amenaza terrorista causando miedo eminente, ¿cómo se declara culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And Mr. Estrada? NCR 2009-416-I in the state of Texas versus Nicholas Estrada Jr. to the offense of evading arrest detention, Class A misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Your Honor, I plead guilty.
Okay. And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Miss Castañeda, please translate.
Señor Soto, ¿se está usted declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Yes.
And then the court will will accept your pleas as being freely and voluntarily given. So I'll call for state's evidence at this time.
State offers plea documents and offense report to State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal, State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 3914 disclosures and State's Exhibit 3, waiver of risk and needs assessment of State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court and stipulate that the evidence that has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty.
Your Honor, as far as Mr. Estrada, we have no objections to the evidence and we stipulate jurisdiction.
Okay, Mr. Osuna?
Yes, Your Honor. For Mr. Soto, no objections, so agreed and stipulated.
Okay. Oh, the wind is real bad. Okay. Then the court will make a finding that there's no objection. So from the defense counsel, As to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In CR 20-09416-I, it is the judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged, Mr. Estrada. So what is the state's recommendation?
Your Honor, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs, 1 year Hidalgo County Jail, probated for 10 months, an anger management class, a life skills class, and 20 community service hours, Your Honor. In exchange for this plea, the state will be dismissing CR 21-13320I, assault causing bodily injury.
Okay. Any questions or requests on behalf of your client, Ms. Conant?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd ask the court's consideration in the court costs and the fine.
Okay, he'll have 90 days to pay the fine, 90 days to pay the court costs. Mr. Estrada, are you full-time employed?
No, ma'am, I am not.
Okay. What is a phone number that you can be reached, sir?
956-373-7389.
Okay, then the rest of the recommendation I will follow. You'll receive a call as soon as the probation department is available after docket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Conant?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have.
Okay, then you are excused.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Estrada, you're excused, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You have a good day. Okay. In CR 22-04002-I, State of Texas versus Victor Hugo Soto, it is the judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. Ms. Castañeda?
En el estado de Texas contra Víctor Hugo Soto es la sentencia de la corte que es culpable de los cargos.
And what is the state's recommendation?
Your Honor, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs, 27 days Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 27.
Okay, and any questions or requests on behalf of your client, Mr. Osuna?
Yes, Your Honor. Our records indicate that he has 29 days in jail. Additionally, he does have an ICE hold, and in all probability will spend 2 to 3 weeks in immigration detention. We would just humbly ask for consideration on the fines and court costs, Your Honor.
Okay, his fine and court costs will be waived, and the rest of the recommendation I will follow.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Soto is excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Deputy, do you have Hector Castro?
Yes, Judge, he's present.
Okay, his attorney has not checked in. I'm not sure why. So we're gonna go ahead and have to reset him. And it'll be May 24th at 1:30.
Okay.
Let me just ask you, is he being held only on this, Mr. Lozano?
One second, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would have to double check. I do see some felonies in jailing, but I don't know if they've been resolved yet. I see that the only active case at this time is CR 22-00832I.
The only reason I'm asking is because if this is the only thing that's keeping him there and he's actually going to be pleading to time served. I mean, I don't want this to be there, but Mr. Contreras, you know what, Debbie, hold him real quick and I'll have somebody on my staff contact Mr. Contreras to see, because if this is what's gonna release him, I'd hate for him to have to be there. You know what I mean? Okay, just hold him real quick.
Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
On the felonies, he was convicted on May 4th, 2022. So this would be the only case that's holding him at this time.
Okay, then let's see if Mr. Contreras will get there. We'll log in. Okay, So on, now what about for Luis Gonzalez? Because Mr. Villalobos is not here. Is he being held on a felony? That's CR 22-04029-I.
Yes, Your Honor, he is being held on a felony.
Is there a date on that felony?
No, Your Honor, those felonies are at jailing.
Okay. Let me see.
They've made their way to intake. It's a manufacturing delivery of a controlled substance penalty group on 4 counts and an evading arrest detention with a vehicle.
Okay. Well, I guess let me just have him come back next week and see, I mean, well, if it's that, I don't think he'd be going. I don't think they're gonna, they haven't set the bond on those, have they? Or did they already set the bond?
Let me check, Your Honor.
Okay.
Bond's currently set at 190,000, Your Honor.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and have him come back instead on June the 7th at 1:30. So Mr. Gonzalez is excused. All right, so on CR 21-07510-I, Yvette Hernandez, Deputy, if you can bring up Yvette Hernandez. Okay, Mr. Lozano, can you confirm for me what's the status on her felony?
Your Honor, her felonies have been resolved. The misdemeanors are the only things holding her at this time.
Okay. And have they said she's ready for a plea, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, she is ready for a plea.
Okay, we're gonna try to contact your attorney, Ms. Hernandez, so that way you can at least be released as soon as possible. He's not present, but my staff will have somebody, so just be on standby, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Okay, did we hear from Mr. Contreras?
Yes, ma'am. His office advised he should be logging on soon.
Okay. What, on number 18, Ms. Castaneda, Mr. Garcia stated that he's in federal court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is CR 22-03542-I. Mr. Lozano, can you update me on the felony that was at intake?
I apologize, Your Honor. What case?
Number 18?
Number 18. 1 second. Your Honor, the felony at intake is possession of marijuana greater than 4 ounces, but less or equal to than 5 pounds, which is a state jail felony, Your Honor.
Okay. So Mr. Zuniga will have him, does he have a date on that yet or no?
No, Your Honor, this felony is at intake.
Okay, let's just go ahead and have him come back on June the 7th at 1:30. So Mr. Cesar Zuniga is excused, Deputy.
Okay, Judge.
Okay, did anybody get a hold of someone at Mr. Reyes's office?
I'm attempting now, Judge. I just got their voicemail. Let me try one more time.
What was the name of the associate that does his pleas as well?
Emmanuel?
Yes, maybe somebody can get a hold of him and see if he's going to be stepping in.
No luck at Mr. Ace's office, Judge.
I'm waiting
waiting for a response from Mr. Espinosa, Judge.
Okay, it's just, because I don't want them being there when they could be out, so. Okay, that's Mr. Contreras. Okay, Mr. Contreras, we have Hector Castro, English speaking or Spanish speaking?
Got
Is it?
He's
I'm
English.
sorry, English? Okay. Mr. Contreras, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor. I can
All
hear.
right. Mr. Castro, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, sir?
Yes.
All right, lower your hand. Sir, in CR 22-00832-I, State of Texas versus Hector Dario Castro, is that your true and correct name?
Correct.
And you're being charged with assault causing bodily injury, a Class A misdemeanor. A Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand this range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes.
You have a right to an attorney and a right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with this court. At this time, I will ask you, did you have an opportunity to review the document with your attorney before signing it?
Yes.
And did you understand that when you signed it, that you're waiving your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Then the court will accept your waiver of trial by jury. Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor. I found confident he was able to assist me regarding this plea, Your Honor.
Okay, I will find that Mr. Castro is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense. And sir, do you understand that if the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you'll need this court's permission if you decide to file an appeal?
Yes.
Okay, and do you understand that I do not have to accept the state's recommendation?
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, are you a US citizen?
Yes.
In CR 22-00832-I, to the offense of assault causing bodily injury on a family member, assault causing bodily injury, a Class A misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
I am.
Then I'll accept your plea as being freely and voluntarily given. I'll call for state's evidence at this time.
Your Honor, state offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 3914 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court and stipulate that the evidence has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty.
Any objections, counselor?
No objections, Your Honor, and on the stipulations, we so agree to stipulate on both stipulations, Your Honor.
Okay, there being no objection from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. And CR 22-00832-I, the state of Texas versus Hector Dario Castro. It is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation?
Your Honor, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs 279 days, Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 279.
Okay, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, Mr. Castro has been sentenced to 2 years TDC out of the 398th District Court, Your Honor, plus all the jail time that he's accumulated, Your Honor. I'm asking for a waiver of court costs and fines on that basis, Your Honor.
Okay, that'll be granted. Court costs and fines will be waived. All right, if nothing further, the rest of the recommendation I will follow. Mr. Castro, I wish you the best of luck, sir. Okay, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge. I do have one other case, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
It's number 6 on your docket. Luis Gonzalez, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, so Mr. Villalobos is not the attorney on that?
I don't know if we got retained on that. I know I got appointed, Judge, or did I? I don't even know, Judge, whether, right now, it's because I'm stuck in mediation right now. And I'm like going about 100 miles over here, Judge.
Do you want to check if you were appointed or retained?
Yes, Your Honor. And what, did you give Mr. Villalobos a new date on this or not?
Well, he didn't show up.
I see.
So since he has four felony counts in jailings, I went ahead and just reset him to June 7th at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor, no problem. And then by then I should know. June 7th at 1:30, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you so
So
much.
if you are on this case, if you can just file your notice of appearance, sir.
I will. Thank you, Judge.
And,
May I have
and
an
since
excuse?
there's
Oh,
a
sorry.
named attorney, if you were over Mr. Villalobos, then you'll also have to file a motion for substitution and I'll sign off on it.
Yes, ma'am, will do. Thank
Okay,
you so much.
anything else?
That's it, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, then we're just waiting. So Deputy, do you have any more male inmates?
Oh, Judge, who was the last one?
Okay, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Deputy in the Alpha unit, we're just waiting for somebody to respond to us from Mr. Reyes's office.
He should be logging in, Judge. Mr.
Okay.
Espinosa.
All right, so just give it a couple of minutes if you don't mind.
No problem.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Espinosa, are you ready to move forward on Ms. Hernandez's plea?
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize.
Okay. So, Deputy, if you can please bring her up. All right, Ms. Hernandez, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may lower your hand. So, NCR 21-06-187-I and CR 21-07-171-I, the state of Texas versus Yvette YVE Hernandez. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
Here before the court, charged with possession of a dangerous drug, a Class A misdemeanor, and driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. A Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail excuse me, and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. A Class B misdemeanor carries up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, ma'am, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you also have a right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury? You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you have an opportunity to review it with your attorney before signing it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you understand that you were waiving your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the court will accept your waiver of trial by jury. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
And counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find her to be mentally competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, if I miss it on this competent, able to assist her in her own defense.
Then the court will make a finding that she's competent, able to assist her attorneys in her own defense. Do you understand, ma'am, if the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you'll need the court's permission if you decide to file an appeal. Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you understand that admonishment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you understand that I don't have to accept the state's recommendation?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, are you a US citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and CR 2106-187-I to the offense of possession of dangerous drug, Class A misdemeanor, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And CR 2107-171-I to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I'll accept your plea as being freely and voluntarily given. I'll call for state's evidence at this time.
Your Honor, state offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal, State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 3914 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court and stipulate that the evidence that is e-filed is sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty.
Okay,
objections, Your
counselor,
Honor.
any objections?
No objections, Your Honor. So agreed and stipulated.
Okay, there being no objections by defense counsel, the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In CR 2106-187-I, the state of Texas versus Yvette Hernandez to the offense of possession of dangerous drug, a Class A misdemeanor. It is the judgment of the court, ma'am, that you are guilty as charged. In CR 2107-171-I, the state of Texas versus Yvette Hernandez to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. It is a judgment of the court, ma'am, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation on this?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is going to be the same on both cases. It'll be a $100 fine, court cost, 87 days, Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 87. Your Honor, in exchange for this plea, the state will be dismissing CR 21-07510I, possession of marijuana, CR 21-07169I, reckless driving, and CR 21-07170I, resisting arrest or transportation.
Okay. Any questions or requests on behalf of your client, counselor?
No request, Your Honor, and that's our understanding of the recommendation.
Okay, are you requesting that her fine and court costs be waived in consideration for the time that she served?
Yes, Your Honor. Also, as well as the, yes, the fine and court costs could be waived for the time she served.
That'll be granted. Okay, Ms. Hernandez, I'll sign off on this as soon as it comes through, and hopefully you'll be able to be out today or tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, best of luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Okay,
Thank you,
Mr.
Honor.
Espinosa, anything else?
Nothing further. May I be excused?
You certainly may, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Deputy.
That's all we
Thank you
have.
for your service.
Thank you.
Okay, in reviewing the docket, I believe that's all the cases.